Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Noahthebeast, back here again on YouTube, and today, guys, I will be giving you guys my predictions for Week 2 of the 2025 NFL season. As I am currently going and recording this video, the Monday Night Football game for Week 1 is currently going on, so I don't know the results of the Vikings and Bears Monday Night Football game. It is live as I am recording this video. I either finished last week with it's with getting 10 right and 6 wrong, or it's 11 right and 5 wrong. But guys, well, whatever the case, I got most of my picks right for Week 1. Week 1 was awesome. There was a lot of great games. I'm happy that my Birds got the dub. They started off their season 1-0. But let's get straight into our Week 2 predictions, alright? If you guys have not already, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and share this video with somebody that you know. And if you are a big football fan like me, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button, alright? So let's get straight into these predictions. Alright, so to kick off Week 2, we have the Washington Redskins, or the Washington Commanders, going into Green Bay to play. I think this game is one of the best games of the entire week. I mean, it's two very electric offenses. I think this game should be a shootout. I mean, obviously the Packers are coming off of a really nice win over the Lions. I mean, they destroyed the Lions last week, guys. They absolutely crushed them. And then if you look at the Washington Commanders, they're also coming off of a solid dub. It's against the Giants as well. I know the Giants are a very bad team, but that's still a good dub for them. But I like Green Bay at home here. I like them at Lambeau. I think they should be able to win this game. I think Jaden Daniels and the Washington Redskins should be able to put up a really good fight, but I like Green Bay. I think their defense is better. I think they're better coached, and I think they will be able to win this football game. So I'm going to pick Green Bay to beat Washington 30-24. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be one of the best games of the entire week, but I think that Green Bay will be able to win this football game. Alright, guys. Up next, we have a NFC East showdown between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas last week, they looked pretty good against my Eagles. I mean, I was expecting us to blow out the Cowboys, but Dallas put up a really good fight. It's against my Eagles last week during that kickoff game. And I think they should be able to beat the Giants with obviously relative ease. I mean, I don't think Dallas is a good team either, but I think they should be able to destroy this New York Giants team. I mean, I think the Giants looked really horrible last week. I don't even know why they are starting Russell Wilson. They should have started Jackson Dart, but if they're starting Russ in this game, I think Dallas is going to destroy them. And that pains me to say, as an Eagles fan. I mean, I hate the Cowboys. They're my least favorite team in the NFL, but I think they're going to blow the doors off of this Giants team. I think 30-13 Dallas. I know Dallas's defense took a major hit with losing Micah, but it showed last week without Micah or not, they can still be a relatively competitive team. And also, I think that their offense could possibly carry them into a decent amount of wins. And also, plus, I think Dak had a good game last week, so that's why I think the Cowboys will be able to win this football game. All right. Up next, guys, we have the San Francisco 49ers heading into New Orleans to play the Saints. I think both of these teams looked very shaky last week. I mean, obviously, San Francisco beat the Seahawks 17-13. I think San Francisco's defense has looked great, but I think their offense is a little shaky. I mean, obviously, I think losing George Kittle is going to hurt their offense tremendously. I mean, I like the fact that obviously Christian McCaffrey is back healthy, which that's gonna of course help their offense. But and then if you look at the Saints side, I think the Saints, dude, like, they're still one of the worst teams in the NFL. I mean, they put up a decent fight last week against the Cardinals, but I'm not really feeling the Saints. I still think the Saints are one of the worst teams in the entire league. So for that reason, I'm going to pick San Francisco here. I think San Francisco will be able to win this game. I'm going to go with 27-14. I think that San Francisco should be able to win this game. I mean, could the Saints put up a fight? Maybe, but I just think San Francisco is just way too talented to not blow out the Saints, all right? Next, guys, we have a NFC North showdown between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions will be able to get a really nice bounce back win, especially after getting destroyed by the Packers last week. I think the only reason why the Lions lost last week is just because they have two new coordinators, and I think they're kind of I think the Lions are just getting their feet wet. It's just because they have to get used to playing with two completely new coordinators. And plus, I still think the Lions have one of the best rosters in the entire NFL. I mean, they obviously got Jared Goff, they got Gibbs, they got Montgomery, they got St. Brown, they also got Sam Laporta. Like, I think the Lions should be able to win this game. And then if you look at Chicago, depending on the game tonight, whether if the Bears win or not, I still think the Bears could be a solid team this year, but I just think the Lions are going to be angry. I think they're going to be hungry. I think they're going to be pissed off after getting blown out last week by the Packers. But I still think that Chicago can keep it close. So I'm gonna pick Detroit here. I think that Detroit will be able to win this game 27-24. I think that Chicago will put up a great fight because I think their offense is so much better with the hire of Ben Johnson. But I just think that Detroit's gonna get a nice bounce back win here. All right. On to the next game. We have the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I think that this game, I think the Cardinals will win. I mean, obviously, I think the Panthers last week, they got destroyed, bro. Jacksonville just ran all over them. But I think that Arizona should win this game at home. I mean, to be honest, both of these teams did not look good last week, but I just like the Cardinals at home. I think they should be able to win this football game. And plus, I think Bryce Young, I mean, he did struggle last week. I think Bryce could play better this week, but I just think the Cardinals are better than the Panthers. I still think the Panthers have way too many question marks, especially with their offense. I'm really concerned about their offense because, I mean, obviously, Bryce Young really struggled last week. I'm not really too invested in their rookie wide receiver they drafted. I think his name's like Tenorota McMillan or something like that. But I'm not really high on the Panthers, but I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win this football game. I think they will be able to win this football game. I think that Kyler Murray is going to have a solid game. I think that both Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. are going to run all over them. I think that Arizona should be able to win this football game. I'm going to say 23-16. I think it's going to be interesting. I think Carolina could put up a good fight, but I like the Cardinals in this matchup. All right, up next, guys, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Atlanta Falcons. I believe this is the Sunday night football game, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that Minnesota will be able to win this game. Depending if they beat Chicago tonight or not, I think that Minnesota will be able to win this game. I mean, we have Michael Penix versus JJ McCarthy. I think that's going to be a great game. Obviously, both of those quarterbacks played in the college national championship. It's a couple years back. Now they get to face each other in the NFL on Sunday Night Football. So this game should be awesome. I think both of these offenses are absolutely electric. You know, if you look at the Falcons, they got guys like Bijan, they got Drake London, they got Kyle Pitts, they obviously have Penix, which I think Michael Penix is a solid quarterback in this league. I really like what I've seen out of Michael Penix so far in his time in the NFL. Then if you look at the Vikings, depending if they do beat Chicago or not, I still think J.J. McCarthy's a great quarterback. I mean, as I was watching this Monday Night Football game tonight, J.J. McCarthy has played a really good game. I know he threw a pick six, but J.J. McCarthy is still a really good quarterback. I have a lot of belief in him. But I think this game's going to be close. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. But I like Minnesota at home here. I think they will be able to win this football game 24-21. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring, but I think Minnesota should be able to come away with that dub. I just like them at home in this instance. All right, up next, guys, we have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Tennessee Titans. I think that this game is going to be sloppy. I mean, obviously, I like what I saw out of Tennessee, especially in their defense. I mean, only giving up 20 points to the Broncos. That's still pretty good. I know they lost the game, but I still think Tennessee, at least on the defensive side, played good. I mean, Cam Ward had a solid first game, but I just don't like Tennessee. I still think Tennessee is one of the worst teams in the league. And then if you look at the Rams, I still think the Rams are one of the best teams, at least in the NFC. I mean, they had a sloppy, ugly win. It's against Houston last week. I'm not really too convinced about their offense. I mean, obviously they only scored 14 points last week against Houston. But I'm gonna pick the Rams here. Obviously, I think they should be able to win this game with relative ease. So I'm gonna pick LA to win. I'm gonna say like 27-13. That's what I think. 27-13, Los Angeles. That's what I think. All right, up next, guys, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this game's going to be good. We have DK Metcalf against his former team. I think DK is going to go off. I mean, if you look at the Steelers, they look phenomenal, especially against the Jets. I mean, that offense is humming. I think Aaron Rodgers is back to playing like prime Aaron Rodgers. I know he doesn't run the same, but his accuracy and his arm is still there. I think Pittsburgh's offense looks great. I'm a little concerned about their defense, shockingly, just because they gave up 32 points to Justin Fields last week. But I think they should be able to beat the Seahawks team. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have another great game. I think, obviously, that DK Metcalf is going to go off against his former team. So I'm going to pick Pittsburgh here. And then if you look at Seattle, I mean, their team is mid. I mean, I like Cooper Kupp. They have solid wide receiver Jackson and Jigba. I just think the Seahawks are mid, but I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh will be able to win this football game. I'm going to say, maybe 30, not 30. I'm going to say 28-22. I know, weird score. But I think Seattle should be able to put up a good fight, and I just think DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers are going to go off. So that's what I think about that game. All right, up next, guys, it's America's Game of the Week. We have a Super Bowl rematch. It's between the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And guys, we already know what happened last year in the Super Bowl. My Philadelphia Eagles put belt to ass to the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, we destroyed them 40-6. I mean, it was the best football game I have ever watched. We absolutely destroyed them in the Super Bowl last year to get our second Lombardi trophy. Jalen Hurts is the Chiefs' daddy. Patrick Mahomes is washed. Patrick Mahomes is a bum. Andy Reid is freaking badder. Is badder than Lubba. Andy Reid is fatter than Lubba and Big X Plug combined. And then you have freaking Travis Kelce, who's too busy thinking about having freaking you-know-what with Taylor Swift. Bro, I just think the Chiefs are broken, bro. I think their dynasty is pretty much done. I mean, could the Chiefs turn around their season? I hope not. I don't think they will. But I just think the Chiefs look broken. Like, if you look at the way they played last week, I mean, they just look lifeless. I mean, I I know they dropped 21 points. I know they almost beat the Chargers, but they just look lifeless. They don't look like a true Super Bowl team anymore. Like, I just think that the Philadelphia Eagles just broke them completely. Like, I think them losing in the Super Bowl just ruined all of their mojo. And I think the Eagles will be able to destroy this team once again. And I know that my Philadelphia Eagles, I know they beat the Cowboys last week. I know they didn't play their best ball. But I think the Eagles will be able to win this game. I mean, I'm concerned about our secondary because obviously Dory Jackson last week just kept getting torched over and over and over again. But that's the only thing I'm concerned about with my team. It's just our secondary, but I think we should be able to do the same thing that we did back in February. I think we can whoop this team's ass once again. So, you know who I'm going with. I'm going with my favorite team, my favorite sports team, growing up as a kid and growing up as a human being. I am going with my favorite team, the defending Super Bowl champions, the best team in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the defending champs will be able to whoop the Chiefs again the same way that they did 7 months ago. So, I am going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles to destroy the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to say 38-17. I think the Chiefs, it's kind of going to be like the Super Bowl where basically the Chiefs are just getting pounded, but I think they'll score maybe like 2 garbage time touchdowns. That's about it. I know the Eagles do have some secondary concerns, but the Chiefs have no receivers, and I still think our defense is absolutely amazing. So I think we will be able to blow out this Kansas City Chiefs team. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I just think we're way better, dude. Like, we literally own the Chiefs, bro. Like, I'm not even playing. All right, up next, guys, we have Monday Night Football between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. I think that this game can be pretty solid. I mean, Houston struggled mightily. I'm concerned about their offense. Like, I still think CJ Stroud is kind of continuing his sophomore slump from last year. This is turning into a junior slump now. Like, CJ Stroud hasn't really been the same quarterback ever since his amazing season he had when he was a rookie. And then if you look at Tampa Bay looked really good last week against Atlanta. I really like Emeka Mbuka. He had like 2 touchdowns in their win over the Falcons last week. So I think Tampa Bay is going to win this football game. I think Houston may keep it close, but I like Tampa here. I think Tampa will be able to beat Houston. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 28-23. I think it's going to be close. I do think Houston's offense will look a lot better than it did last week against the Rams. I still think Stroud's going to have a solid game, but I think Tampa will be able to pull this off. All right, guys, up next, we have another Sunday game. This is the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Both of these teams played phenomenal. Let's talk about the Bills first. I mean, holy moly, what a comeback that they had last week. It's against the Ravens. I mean, like, what? They were down 40-25, and with like 4 minutes left, they came all the way back and won the game. I mean, Josh Allen's looking like an MVP again. The Bills' offense is humming. I am concerned about Buffalo's defense, but their offense looks scary, dude. Teams better watch out. Like, this could be the Bills' year. I know we say that every year, but dude, the Bills look amazing. They look phenomenal, especially their offense. I'm a little concerned about their defense, but their offense looks phenomenal. Josh Allen could low-key win back-to-back MVPs. And then if you look at the Jets, they played amazing last week against Pittsburgh. You got to give Justin Fields credit. He looked phenomenal. But I'm going to pick Buffalo here. I think the Bills should be able to win this game. Do I think the Jets could put up a reasonable fight? I think so. But I just think Buffalo's too good. I think Buffalo should be able to win this football game. I'm going to pick them to win 31-23. I know, weird score, but that's just what I think. Okay, what is going on? All right, let me get back to the predictions here. My computer can stop lagging. Okay, thank you. All right, I think the Bills will be able to win that game 31-23. All right, up next, guys, we have the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. I think that this game's going to be boring because both of these teams are horrible. I mean, obviously, I think New England, I mean, they just played less sucky than the Dolphins did last week because, dude, what the hell happened to the Dolphins? I mean, Tua looked like the worst quarterback in the league last week. I just think the Dolphins are just collapsing right before our eyes. I think Tyreek Hill was washed. Jalen Waddle's washed. Like, I'm not a big believer in the Dolphins at all. Like, I think they're right now the worst team in football. I know it's only 1 week, but they look like the worst team in football last week. And I think that New England will be able to beat them. So I'm going to pick New England here. I think they should be able to beat Miami. I'm going to pick New England to win in a boring game. I think it's going to be 16-13. New England. I think this is going to be one of the snooze fest games of the weekend. All right, up next, guys, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cincinnati Bengals. We have Trevor Lawrence versus Joe Burrow, which was a huge college rivalry back in the day. But now they get to meet once again at the NFL level. I think that this game's going to be great. I mean, I like both of these teams. But I'm going to pick Cincinnati here. I think their offense should be able to score more points than they did last week because last week they only scored 17. So I think Cincinnati's offense should be able to come back to form. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are going to go off again. I also think that T. Higgins is also going to have a great game. And then if you look at the side of Jacksonville, I mean, Travis Hunter, he had a very underwhelming first game in the NFL. I mean, he still needs time. He still needs time to go and develop. I don't know why people are calling him a bust. I mean, dude, it's only one game. I still think Travis Hunter can have a good season. But I think Trevor's been playing good. I really love Brian Thomas Jr. I think both of these teams are relatively equal, but I like the Bengals at home. I think they should be able to win this football game. So I'm going to have Cincinnati Bengals winning this game 27-20. I think Jacksonville can put up a good fight, but I like Cincy's offense. I think Cincy's offense is definitely going to have a nice bounce back game. I think Joe Burrow is going to play great. I think Jamar Chase is going to play great, and they should be able to win this game. All right, on to the next game. We have the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, this is a rivalry game, but I think the Ravens are going to destroy the Browns because I feel like they're going to be super angry after blowing that blowing that game. It's against the Bills last week. I mean, that game was cinema, dude. Bills versus Ravens. I know we're only 1 week in, but that is the game of the year. I don't care, dude. 41-40 in week 1 Sunday Night Football. Are you kidding me? That is 1,000% the game of the year. But I think the Ravens are going to be super angry. I think they will be able to absolutely decimate this Cleveland Browns team. I think Baltimore will win 38-7. They are going to annihilate Cleveland. Annihilate them. I mean, Cleveland did not look good. I mean, I don't know why Joe Flacco's still in the league. That guy should have retired ages ago. Like, dude, Joe Flacco sucks, bro. He's horrible. And I think that the Ravens are going to decimate Cleveland. All right, up next, guys, we have the Denver Broncos versus the Indianapolis Colts. Listen, the Colts were amazing last week. They destroyed the Dolphins. They put belts to ass to them, bro. Like, they literally beat them 38-0, bro. Like, I don't count those 8 points. That was in garbage time. The real score for that Dolphins game was 33-8. And then if you look at Denver, I mean, Denver did not look good last week. They did not impress me at all. But I'm going to pick Denver to win this game. I think Bo Nix is going to go back to last year's form. I think that Denver's defense should have another great game. And plus, I don't think Daniel Jones is going to repeat what he did last week against Miami. So I'm going to pick Denver. I like Denver in this matchup. I think they should be able to win this football game. I think it's going to be close. I think it might be a little low scoring, but I'm going to have Denver winning 21-17. I like this Denver squad. I still think they are a playoff team, so I'm going to have them winning that game. All right, guys, then we have the last game to close out week 2. We have the second Monday Night Football game between the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, this is an AFC West showdown. The Chargers looked amazing last week, and that was one of the picks I got right. I had the Chargers beating the Chiefs, and I was right. So I like the Chargers in this matchup. I think they should. I think they should be able to win. Justin Herbert looks amazing. I mean, I think Justin Herbert's a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. I mean, Herbert looks great. I think Herbert's clutch. He's a great leader. I love everything about him. I mean, like, they obviously have great wide receivers in, Quentin Johnston, Alam McConkey, and Keenan Allen. And then if you look at the Raiders, I mean, they did beat the Patriots last week. I like Ashton Genty. I like Luke Bowers. I still think Geno Smith is a solid quarterback. But I think LA should win this game. I think LA will win. I'm gonna say 24-17 Los Angeles. I think Vegas can put up a solid fight, but I think at the end, I think that the Chargers will be able to pull it off. But anyways, guys, these are my predictions for week 2 of the 2025 NFL season. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and share this video with somebody you know. And let me know in the comment section, who are you guys picking to win each of these games for week 2. Alright? But anyways, guys, it's your boy Noahthebeast. I'm out. You guys have an amazing day, and God bless you. And also, go Birds. Let's go, baby. Y'all have a good day.